going on, Leo? This is your girl, Miss RHW, with another love reading for y'all. Okay, we're about to jump into this. I'm about to go ahead and do your reading. And we're going to be doing something different here, okay? We're going to be pulling from the I Ching Oracle. This is going to actually require me to pull two different cards. So, we're going to pull the first card, read the essence of the card to get us the idea of what... well, not read the essence of the card. We're going to pull a card, we're going to get the card's message and apply that as the essence of the reading. And then we're going to pull your actual reading. We're going to also use a different spread today, which is something else that we're going to jazz up for Virgo season. This is going to give us an idea of kind of like a karmic view of what's going on with your love life. And then we're going to pull the last card. The special thing about these cards here is that they got lines on them. So I have to sort out which ones are kind of going to apply to this message, connecting to those two cards to see what the other additional messages could be, and tying the outcome with the outcome of this spread here. Okay, I'm excited so far. I mean, we've done it for all 11 signs so far. You being the wonderful last but not least, of course, Leo. You beautiful souls. My sunshines. You guys literally have no idea how crazy these readings have been so far. So I'm excited to get a look at it and yeah, see what's going on. Ooh. Got a lot of them. We can only take one, so we must put them back. Oh wait, is that upside down? Nope. There's way too many, but because we didn't see them all, we will hold the top. Okay, 42. 42, 42, 42. 42. I don't know, I gotta rack out for Leos. Beautiful card, isn't it? But bitch, hold that up a little bit. Stop being so fast. Oh my god, okay. Beautiful card. Very beautiful card. Alright. Let's see what this message actually has to say to us. Forty-two. Okay, increase. This sign means that the creative powers of heaven and earth are united. Difficult and risky projects can also be attempted now. Take advantage of this phase, as it won't last forever. An exceptional force comes into effect from a higher level. It is so subtle that it seizes upon what is important. Trivial and superficial matters are not caught in its net. A healthy blend of inner and outer, a healthy blend of inner and outer activity ensures the growth of strong energies. You are not alone on the planet, and you are therefore not just here to look after yourself. Take responsibility. Consider the good in yourself as well as in others. Ooh. I think it's really meaning consider the good in yourself as well as in others, meaning you need to be making sure that you always are seeing yourself doing the best that you can, and if you're noticing where you're not doing the best that you can, start doing the best you can and stop joshing around. No need to self-deceive, no need to josh and act like you have always been doing it. If you haven't been, you haven't been. Just make the decision to do it now to just course correct. No need to feel bad or make this longer, you know what I mean? Because like the sooner you are able to get back on the path that you feel most led to go into, that feels good. It feels like you're making real progress that you feel like is going to be sustainable for real for you. Especially when it comes to love, if you're really thinking about making sure that the person you're in a relationship with understands what kind of person you are, you want to make sure that you're not staring away from, or at least you're not communicating where you're at. You know, if we're not able to feel confident sharing, it could be because we're not sure ourselves yet, and we're not sure what to communicate, and that means that we need to really figure out where we're going. So love deeper, even though we want to look at love, sometimes what we need to communicate for our relationships to work out would be a lot easier. Could be that. Wow, it's weird. Leo. I like that this is in the past. We can really use that to our advantage. You're no longer that beautiful lion told to go other places because they didn't have anything to offer. You have a new place for those darknesses, those naysayers, those hurtful things, those fears, those things that kept you feeling like you were safe, but it's just making you feel less and less clear on your true essence, your value. You're no longer disillusioned. I like that. That's past influence here. And this makes this a lot more exciting for me because, especially with the increase, as it says increase here, the reading is really giving vibes that we're really taking on this new found mission to fulfill our needs and no longer necessarily need other people to see that for us, just doing it ourselves. And I don't think it's necessarily being impulsive, but it's being very smart, being very clear about it, and being very concise. I think it's very important though, Leo, that something about being very sensitive. Yeah, the thing that, like, leave that behind. This is a card. This is a card of this is the placement of sacrifice. Your current situation is Gemini. Or excuse me, Knight of Swords. I keep saying the Knight of Swords. See Gemini, but Knight of Swords. It's your current situations. So that means that there is a bit of a conflict. You know, there's either conflict or there's people talking really sharply to each other. They say they love each other. They say they're playing, but you know it's a little tense. Situation is not very easy. There's some sort of combative energy. There's somebody that's coming up like the Emperor. There's somebody that needs to feel like in power, in control in the situation. This could also be somebody. Maybe it could be your dad. It could be your father. It could be somebody that's that you feel you have a lot of respect for. Or this could also be you. This could be you setting up your boundaries and very, very sternly suggesting that people abide by them, but maybe it being too forceful. Or, I mean, I don't think it's too forceful at all, actually, considering this is the actions that can manifest from... I mean, honestly, I really don't know what you would want here. Because the Emperor, in my opinion, would like to establish some sort of understanding, peace. I don't think he would want to escalate things because it'll put things at risk. War isn't really his ideal. I wouldn't believe an emperor would do that, would want to put everything he has on the line, including his family or the people's families that he actually considers. And a good emperor would never do something like this. So I would have to assume that this individual is just maybe misunderstood, and they are sensitive, or you're sensitive and you're misunderstood, and you're needing to put boundaries up, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's a fear of being rejected because this person is playing a victim, or someone's not being fair, because I think this is energy. It's just not... There's something that requires masculine energy here. The Emperor. Some sort of like, all right, well, we're going to have to take action. I have to stand by my policies and put a firm and react. I need to explicitly tell you my lines. We're crossing boundaries because I feel like someone's challenging it. There's a challenge here, but it's not something you can't handle. This is something that you could totally face, and I feel you don't want to. I understand that. This is something like this is a love reading. Imagine your love reading and someone's trying to like basically stir the pots. Like, chill. Can we calm down? Could we take it easy? Can we just recenter, refocus? Let's not do this. The Eight of Cups is just like, something's missing. Something's wrong. What did I do? Emperor is like, what did I do? What do you want? What do you need? Well, how can I help you? And do it empathetically. Yeah. You don't have to hide that. But I do think that you need to sacrifice this, this feeling like, you need to bottle up the way this person's reacting to you. If you're being sweet and gentle to them and they're reacting to you in a very foul way, always pushing their weight and shit, then they're at the same time, or being very emotionally, reclusive and leaving you in the dark, then you're allowed to just be like, you know what? I have had enough. I'm good. I feel like you're dealing with somebody immature. I feel like you really are dealing with somebody immature, and I think you just need to let go of understanding where this person is coming from, and you see where you were in this situation because you've grown so much to be so empathetic. But you don't need to tolerate all that. You don't need to identify with it. This person's not getting that. They need to come at it a little differently. So, feeling like you need to say something, say something. This ain't something you can't deal with. You know what I mean? Something's wrong. Something's missing. What are you telling me like that for? What do I do? What did I do to deserve that? Is there a different way you could talk to me? Okay, let's start doing that. Every time they step out of line, I was like, look, I have no idea what I did in the past to deserve this, but I'm not going to keep tolerating this. I told you I don't like the way you're talking to me. Unless I see some changes, I'm not going to lie to you. I think maybe it'd be better off if we just chill. We just kind of take a break. No, but I told you specifically what I said. I don't like being talked to this way. I don't like being treated this way. I'm not going to be treated this way. I understand there's things going on, and I want to be there for you, but I don't think I should be attacked for that. Please understand I am not an enemy. I am your ally, and I do not deserve to be spoken to this way. I will always be in your corner. That unconditional love that King of Swords has. I'll always be in your corner, but I'm not going to stand here and let you talk to me this way, or treat me this way, or disrespect me in this way. So I guess I'm going to have to go and find myself a way to be. I got to make sure I'm respected. I love you, but I'm not going to let you disrespect me. I'm not going to let you do that. I feel like you can understand where I'm coming from, right? You don't. Well, what don't you understand? Because then I guess we got to break this shit down if you're this dumb. What the fuck do you think you... And you were not going to say dumb. Don't escalate it to a point where you get out of hand. This is where you master this ability to really see this person because you empathize. You truly don't even want to have to do this. But putting your foot down is so important because this person is missing the fucking... I felt like something's wrong, and it's so important because it's like you're left in the dark and you're somehow left to figure this shit out. Why are you being why are you the object of this lashing out? There's something missing here, and it doesn't have anything to do with you, but somehow it has got you playing offense, or you know what I mean? It's playing defense. So what is going on? I can't do. I don't want to do this. If I gotta come into the situation and put my foot down, it's like putting your foot down, putting a boundary up. This is the Emperor. He don't play around. And for these, Leo, if these a lot of gentlemen watching, this is something about it's going after what you want, making this season after a goal. I mean, ladies as well. This is after like season what you want. Don't let competition steer you away from your specific message, because what you're seeing is also a bit of expertise, because you are an expert. The Emperor is an expert in his field. He can't be an ex. He can't be anything but that and have the power that he has. You know what I mean? Running an empire, bro. Look that up if you don't know how big that is. That's seriously huge. It's a lot to go into it. Plus, like, you know, it's responsible to military, you know, treasury, education, everything, government. You know, the whole government. Plus, representing us in a worldly, you know, fashion. So, also just knowing that you can take what you want, you know, with respect to whatever it is that you're trying to get. All right. Let's see. I had to take care of something really quick, guys. I apologize. Let's jump into this, okay? Because I did want to take a look at the Five of Wands here, okay? I want to see what the heck this conflict even is, what this challenge is. I really think it's to possibly offer something to someone, something of value. So this is usually something, a gift and an offering, and this usually is sometimes a messenger, the Knight of Swords, excuse me. He's very direct about it. And this is the King of Cups. He's very romantic, but this is asking you to sacrifice that. That's why I thought this was something about being very serious, because it had something to do with feeling anxiety. At one point in the past, this is coming from a place of you know, from surviving or conquering a fear, overcoming a fear. The Moon. You no longer see this. You're not confused or led astray or feeling, you know, disillusioned in any sort of fashion. You now kind of are like ready to just take control of your life and no longer let, you know, just kind of get out of, you know, limbo. You're done with it. I say you're done with it. I don't see an ending per se, but I do see that you are taking control. You're no longer allowing yourself to stay in a state of limbo. A state of just not going anywhere. You're going to take control somewhere. And I think you start small and do something very productive that can give you back something, produce something in some value, something that you can actually handle, that you can tangibly utilize and stuff. It's practical, it's earthly. Could be money. But I think you just start, I don't know, I think you let go of one thing. You know, you stop like allowing your focus to be consumed by, you allow your focus being consumed by one thing and allow it to go into a different focus. I don't see it going completely shut down, but I don't think you allow yourself to be completely led, or you're not living in stagnancy anymore. You're going to apply your energies in some other direction. That's what I really get this vibe. So the Emperor being the, you know, the placement of what, you know, what you can manifest from the actions that you can take. From here, as the Emperor, what about your actions here that it can manifest that is in Leo's benefit? Oh, the Fool. Giving you another chance. Giving you a new chance of freedom. That's a new opportunity. I mean, some of you guys are maybe just looking to just be single. Think for yourself. Or some of you guys want to start a new beginning. Just to start fresh. And I guess the way to start fresh is by being something new, doing something different. doing something and taking that risk, and not worrying about it being the wrong direction. Interesting. Look at that, Emperor. The Emperor recurs. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why is he not focusing? Yeah, focus on every other card, but not this one. There we go. Interesting. He makes appearance twice now, so this is suggesting that kind of just go ahead and lead your life the way that you feel best to lead it, and be very independent minded about it. Very leadership oriented, I think, but it's time to take control and go somewhere where you feel like you are best utilizing your energy and your gifts. You direct where your gifts are best led. You show the world where you're best utilized. You don't have it the other way around. The Emperor is like the boss, and you got the boss of the boss twice. You have such a sweet heart. You're so compassionate. You just want to help people. You don't want to hurt people. You don't want to, again, you don't want to lead people astray. And you're not, but you're also not going to let people talk you into doing anything that you wouldn't necessarily suggest yourself to do, because you know where you're best utilized. So be the best you that you can be, and show up in the best ways that you can, and you tell people exactly how you need it to be, because you're the boss of the boss. And also, if this isn't suggesting like those sort of suggestions, that sort of situation per se, maybe it's suggesting that you are allowed to be as confident as you're feeling. You are allowed to feel like you're a survivor and you're amazing. And it's also okay to take responsibility for your actions, and not necessarily, behave in a way that used to be reactionary. It's okay to materialize yourself that differently than you've ever have been before, to mature and to stand in that maturity in a new way. I don't think we have to play with these little games anymore. I feel like it's time for us to elevate ourselves, and we don't need to entertain this energy anymore. Whether we're the ones kicking it up or someone else is, and we just happen to be associated with them and empathize with what they're going through. Sometimes it ain't that deep. Okay, so we got 13, y'all. If I can get to it, that'll be amazing. Oh, look past it. Okay. Communion with humanity. Complete togetherness with humanity is only possible if you share a common goal and everyone is free to develop individual talents. Holy shit. Okay, well, let's go back because I jumped. I jumped the gun a bit. You go back to 42, line up the lines and figure out what your hidden message is for this reading. Okay? So let's see, 42. One is the same, two is the same. 6 and 5 around. 1, 2, 6, and 5. But 3 and 4 are different. So we're going to read lines 3 and 4. Line 3. In times of increase, even otherwise unfortunate influences can bring good. If you find the right view of things, you will recognize good fortune in the best, and again, discover a kernel of truth in every untruth. Interesting. Line 4. An important mediating role comes your way. Keep in mind the increase of well-being of everyone involved. Your suggestions are then accepted even if the verdict is uncomfortable. That's just like you kind of are in a situation where you feel like you're the bad guy, but let's be honest, you're the person that's speaking truth, keeping balance, and honestly, maintaining order. Order. And the only way you keep order is by keeping control of yourself. Not necessarily thinking about the conglomerate as a whole, but thinking about how you would represent the conglomerate in addressing every situation as such. Be the best version of yourself so you can represent the people that you love. Interesting. But let's read 13 now. Alright. Complete togetherness with humanity is only possible if you share a common goal and everyone's free to develop individual gifts. Only then can harmony rule and yield a sense of unity. If you wish or are requested to take on responsibility in a team or a group, you should ask yourself honestly whether you possess significant strength and clarity of thought for the task. A sense of justice, social awareness, and organizational skills are further essentials for the job. Support the objectives of your group unconditionally and ensure the equal rights of each participant. This is not the time to make a name for yourself on your own terms. Wow. Interesting. Especially considering this is asking you to really stand up for yourself and be a leader or be a representative in your own right for honestly a bigger cause that you feel like it's way bigger than yourself. You feel like fighting and going somewhere that's a community in competition, or where there's a large market for something, but you offer something very special and unique and it needs to be shared. Do that. Share it. Let your creativity show for itself, Leo. You know you do have that talent. You know you have that capacity. Love will be there for you. That relationship will be there for you, but you got to be out there doing your thing first. You got to be that beautiful fire, that beautiful bonfire that blows beautifully and calls to people's names. Whether that's you making food, you're dancing beautifully around it, you're telling stories, you're painting a picture, whether it's through reading cards or actually using a paintbrush or oil paint or whatever it is. But start standing up and doing something that shows for the emperor that you are. An emperor would never let himself starve. An emperor would never let himself deteriorate. Because, of course, he's fighting for something. And he's battling it to the death. And that should only just be for his passions, for what he loves. And that isn't deeper than just what he does, It's also for who he's doing, who he's representing in his stories. The people he loves, the softest parts. Which is why it's being asked of you to not always think about who you're spending your time with and has convenience to you, but how you're representing them best when you're, letting yourself speak for yourself and being a part of something bigger than what's most convenient for people who constantly keep you into a fighting state and constantly confused about your purpose and where you're meant to be and what you're meant to do. Let them be confused on their own merit. Don't let them suck you down because they're still trying to figure it out. You already know what your purpose is, and let yourself do that. And if these people need to continue to argue with you about that, then you know what? You're showing them tough love with the King of Cups by telling them, look, I can't do this. I get that you don't get it, but I get it for me. And I need to be able to do what I'm doing. And this is because it's not just for you, it's for everybody. It's for me. But it's for me because then maybe I could do more for everybody else. And not because I want to just do more for everybody else, because I just want to do more for me, but I love everybody, and I want to love everybody in a way that I feel like would represent my love more. That's it. Pretty plain and simple, I think. Alright, Leo. Speak your truth then. Do your thing. Don't let nobody stop you. Okay? Go ahead. Let your talent speak for itself. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Alright, y'all. Alright, Leo. Thank you guys for letting me experiment. keep on the lookout because I got a special video. I'm telling you, just Leo. But since everybody's previewing these videos, I wonder if everybody's really tracking and watching them all through. I just kind of wanted to know. They aren't. You know, whatever. Say something in chat if they aren't. If they aren't, say something in the chat anyway, in the comment anyway. Be a part of my community. I think I have spoken about it a little bit in other videos, but become a part of my community. Be a part of this. And I didn't even mean to do this. This is crazy because the situation's interesting. But you guys all have your own talents. But I would love for you guys to be a part of my social club. It's all in the description box. And let's kind of like be amazing adults, chilling, being our thing. I hope you guys have watched up to these because these are kind of cool. And I'm going to be doing something pretty serious. So getting these videos out were very important to me. So hope you guys enjoyed these. Thank you so much for watching, Leo. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Good luck. And as always, I'll see you on this other side. Bye now.